welcome to Madcap Mosaic. This is going to be an introductory video, probably. We're going to go over how the game works just from the beginning and give that another shot. So I'm going to turn off fast mode, and we're going to jump right in. This left button here will take us right into a game. It's a run-based roguelite drafting or deck building game. It's very mechanics heavy, so that's, excuse the DOS look, I guess. And this is the first battle, drops you straight into a fight, and we're just gonna break down all the game elements real quick here. So this jester icon in the middle, that's us. That's your avatar on the grid of tiles that makes up your deck, if we're looking at it in that way, or the tiles that make up your mosaic. Up here we've got the enemy icon, you've got their attack, defense, and HP. You've got what their special ability is. This guy turns stuff into fog. You can see this is a fog tile now. That's because of the enemy. We've got our stats, attack, defense, HP, moves, also seen here, and backtrack, which we have none of. These two arrows, this is incoming damage right now. This is outgoing damage if the turn were to end. So how does the turn end? Turn ends when we run out of moves. Then we trade damage. So if the turn were to end right now, if we had 0 moves, we would not be doing any damage. They don't heal, it's just showing that they have defense. They've got 5 defense and we have no attack, so we need 5 to break through. But he's doing no damage to us because we happen to have 25 defense this turn. So when I'm looking at which tiles to play, I'm looking at these two arrows. Mostly, is this one zeroed out or close? And then you start breaking through their defense if you can. Next up, we've got, over here, we've got 2 traits. These are randomized every run. And what do we have this time? We have Protected. It's flashing because it gives you 25 defense the first turn each combat. So we've got that 25 defense, so we don't have to worry. We're going to go in for damage this turn, basically. And then you've got Decadent. Every 10 tiles used, the next will hit or save for double. And we'll see how that works once we get going. Down here is a log area. It'll show stuff that's triggered or happened, and we'll be able to scroll up through it in case you're like, oh, how do I have another move? You can check there. Down here, this will show what tiles are really somewhere if they've been transformed. So you can see this fog turns into a shield, and that's just showing that the bear turned one of our shields into a fog. So if something were to happen to this tile, it would happen to our shield, if that makes sense. Next up, we'll look at the controls down here. We can left click to move in the direction of the cursor arrow. I'm going to be using the mouse so it's clear which direction I'm looking at or talking about. You can also use ASD, WASD, and arrow keys to move. And then you can shuffle by pressing space or right click, and it takes 2 moves and it resets the board. It will end up looking pretty much like it does right now after shuffling. Alright, so let's do a turn. Let's get started. We got 25 defense, so we want to use swords. Our whole mosaic starts as just half swords, half shields. So we just want to use 3 shields this turn and hopefully get in for 10 damage, because a sword, you can see this is a description for each tile, so when I'm hovering over something and describing it, glance over here. Sword hit for 5. Hitting adds that much offense, and there's reason they're named differently. And then save for shield, save for 5. Saving gives you defense. So we're just gonna click down here, and now that tile has changed from revealed to drained, and we did that by using it. These are all keywords that I'll be using throughout the run. If you bring up the menu, you can see I added it in here. I might add some more stuff into the menu. This is something that is very important. You got hidden tiles, so all these ones that we can't see yet are hidden. You've got revealed tiles, which are the ones that we can hover over and see what they're doing. And then you've got drained tiles, which is like the home tile that you start on. Does nothing, it's drained. The one we're on right now is drained. So if I were to go back north, if I go here, it wouldn't do anything because it's drained. And if I were to go then back south over the sword we've already used, again, it'll do nothing, it's already drained. using a tile drains it. It's important to, they're added to the pause screen because revealed is kind of confusing. Drain tiles are not revealed. So just keep that in mind. Once you accept that, it's not a problem, but for new people, I've seen some confusion there over the wording. So we're going to take another sword, and now you can see we don't have any swords, so we're going to have to take one of these. You can't just end your turn willy-nilly, you always have to move. So I could use a shield, I could use just go over the fog, because it's not going to do anything. And both of these are fairly minor decisions. I could use a fog, leaving that shield up. I could go to the right if I just simply prefer being over here, because where you are on the mosaic is going to affect your choices in the future. You know, if you end up, if I go, this is a good one, he's got 6 damage coming in. He's hitting for 8, defending for 0. So if I go south, we will hit for 5, and then I could just shield, right? But what if this tile down here is another sword? Even if this is a shield, there's going to be no... I guess this could be a shield, this could be a shield. But just looking at what we know already, I can for sure defend everything if I go left. I could take a shield, whatever this is, and another shield. So I'm going to do that. I could go right and take a shield, and then I have like a 50-50 chance. But preserving your HP is pretty important in this game. So we're going to take this, hope that this is a sword. It's not. We're going to go left again, and hope that one of these two are a sword. I could go south and hope this is a shield, but those odds are just worse, and I'd rather not do damage than possibly take damage. So we'll go left, defend, and we're going to go south and hit, and again, when the turn ends, down here it's going to describe the damage you dealt and took. After the first couple turns, I never really looked down here. You kind of know what you're doing. But you'll see that'll say like you dealt X damage, you took X damage, and then my moves will roll over. That's the turn ending. You can also see here, this light is just showing green means I have control, I can move somewhere right now. Yellow means I'm choosing or aiming something, I won't move if I click. And red means I can't do anything. Usually damage is being exchanged. So if I go south, it's going to turn red, it's going to describe our turn, and then after a second we'll get new moves and go to the next turn. So we deal 5, receive 0, deal 5, moves flip back over, goes back to green, and now it's the next turn. So we'll take, here he's dealing 3, we have 3, we're going to go with left, because we know we can go sword shield. And now I could go either way. I feel like going left gives us just a little more to work with in the future, so we'll do that. And now, this turn I'm going to go north. I could go left, but that kind of pins me into a corner where I have limited options. If I go north, I just have more stuff to pick from, and that's an important part of the game. Turn rolls over. Now we have Decadent is active. You can see we've moved 9 times. Oh, I see, so it's like the 10th one. The word is a little odd, but you kind of pick it up from the visual. Our next one, we're going to hit or save for double. Well, we don't need 2 times a shield, so I'm going to go north and just hope we find a shield. We should be able to, no problem. And here we know we can go either way, but I don't really want to go left and be forced to go down. Then I'm in an awkward spot. I would have to waste moves to get out. So we'll go to the right, and we'll go to the right again. We don't want to be in this whole little dead zone where I have to waste a move to get back to usable tiles. And now we can kind of speed up the fight. Just keep chugging. Actually, I'll show off the other mechanic, the shuffling this turn. So I can move here. I'm defended. If I was further into the mosaic, or if I was in a weird spot where next turn I might be taking damage because it's just a bad location, like if I had to go south down here, maybe you'd want to shuffle. So we'll just right click. And now we shuffled, our moves went away, turn ended, we traded, and now we're just on a new board. So we'll go ahead and beat this wolf and get to the next part of the game. So now we're choosing 2 tiles to change. One of the tips, I didn't mean to click that yet. One of the tips is replace swords early on, and in general, you know, keep to that until you feel more comfortable with the game. So we replace 2 swords, and it kicks us to the lattice phase, and it's like a giant skill tree of tiles to add to our deck. So we'll go over everything in here. Shows your current HP, your traits, because you might want to build around these. The enemy queue, you can click it to open it up. It'll show defeated enemies and how much damage you took there, and then it goes this way, then back down, and this guy here with the corners on him, that's a boss, and then you got another 5, and then the final boss. Go ahead and close that. Actually, we'll reopen it. There is sometimes I change what I'm doing based on this. You know, right here there's 2 spiders. That's the classic look for specific tiles enemy for me. I like blood ritual or a shovel or something to drain their webs that they add to your deck. So we might look at that, and as you play, you'll pick up what each enemy does and whether or not you want to play around them. Like, ooh, triple pirate, backtrack would be really good. We might make sure we have something for him. For this screen, this is overwhelming for new players, but it's kind of the heart of the deck building or tile drafting. And I recommend looking kind of just at your near stuff. I know it's hard to resist looking at everything, so, you know, play however you want. But as a new player, you'll pick up tiles as you use them and get them pretty quickly. But it's kind of a lot to go through and read every single tile and try and understand how they might work together. So you just kind of want to use them and see. However, I'm going to do at least a little strategizing here so you can kind of see how it might work. I like to look at my trait, plus 25 defense at the first turn of each combat. Not a huge build around, but it can be cool with either a mirror or a shield beam or another trait that does something similar. And those kind of turn your defense into offense. So how would we find something like that? Well, you can just look, and I usually do that to start. You can also right click to see multiples. So if you see something you kind of like, well, how many do I have? Okay, just 2 guillotines, just 1 weird mushroom. And this I use this to help me find cool multiples, like, ooh, cool, 2 battle plans is kind of cool. And this minor usefulness, but I kind of like having it in there just so I can see, like, do I have 4 of anything insane that I want to build around? Multiples kind of gives you pretty interesting builds sometimes. But if we're looking for something specific, we can hit enter, and if you're hovering off the mosaic, it'll tell you down here that you can press enter to search. So we'll hit enter, and now it's searching the tile description. So when you hover a tile, down at the bottom here it's going to say what the tile does, just like in combat. And pressing enter and searching, it's literally searching that description. So any word that shows up there will show up. So if we look for, we can look for the name. I know it's called Shield Beam, and all we have is this card comes up, and that's not it. And we can look up Mirror, and there are some, I didn't see them. Magic Mirror is +1 move, and it swaps your offense and defense. And you see where it is because it reveals itself on shuffle. That's cool. I might go for those. I kind of like that. Huh. And then we've got Decadent. Every 10 tiles used, hit or save for double. This is good on any high damage hit. So Magic Missile hit for 14, but it's once per combat. If we can get our Decadent go off on there and hit for 28, that's a really good hit. It's also good with other double damage things. So, for example, Battle Plans. Hits caused by target tile will hit for double. If I can do Battle Plans onto a Magic Missile and Decadent it, I'm hitting for 64 damage. Is that right? That's not right. 28. 56 damage? Oh boy. It's 4 times 4. Yeah, so 56 damage. Oh boy. So trying to set those up, and I have 2 battle plans. I kind of like that, and I also kind of like the mirrors. Maybe I'll do both. I could like go here here, 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 take this and a guillotine and another guillotine. That gives me a lot of good double opportunities. And get the other mirror, and then take this bar the door because it's a save for 40. And if we save for 40 and then mirror, that's a pretty huge hit. Take the shovel before the first spider too. So boom, boom, take this. Okay, yeah, we're gonna do that. And we took, you see the first one we took was random, so we'll cover that tile when we get there. And we'll cover all the tiles I'm picking as we get to them as well. So this guy, he's not doing anything this turn, so we can just go for attacks. And we kind of wasted protected because he's not even attacking, but that's okay. And he is agile, so we're gonna have -1 move next turn. That's unfortunate that we didn't end next to a defense, but he's not hitting again anyway, so pretty easy start to the fight. But we're gonna have 2 moves again, same thing. Hitting for 7. I could defend it all, but then I'm gonna, well, maybe that's fine, because we'll have Decadent up. So even if he hits for a lot, we should be able to come down here and defend it. And we'll do that, and then we'll hit for 5. So here's a new tile, Secret Passage. +1 move, so it's free. We can move over, as long as we have move to use it, because my return ends as soon as you reach 0 moves. As long as we have that 1 move to reach it, we'll get the move back. And then you save for 3, so it's just free save. And it probably is going to work out pretty well here. So we'll hit for 5, save for 3, hit for 5, and then we'll save for 5. And just save it all. Next we found Seal Away. Drained tiles become sealaways. Save equal to the transformed tiles. So we'll just use it here to show you. So it's saying it's gonna save for 13. That's what it's saying in the corner. So, and you can kind of count it up. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So I think I took off text on it. It doesn't count home and it doesn't count itself. And I think that was just confusing people. But I can see how they might be like, why doesn't it count home? Because it transforms home. Maybe I should change that. I'm not sure. That might get tweaked again. I don't know if anybody's doing the math on it and would even notice, but you can also undo your picks. It's sometimes there are scenarios where you click too quickly and just delete the wrong one, so we just added an undo here. We're gonna get rid of 2 more swords and we'll go back to the lattice. And this turn I'm gonna get the mirror. Another random, kind of a confusing random. We'll see if we use it at all. So we've got our shield. The beetle can have a lot of defense, so he's hard to break through. Getting a nice early damage boost is pretty good. We don't have much of that, so it is what it is. We should be fine though. We can't reach the mirror this turn, so we don't get to just slay him with our free defense. We're just gonna hope to get 3 swords in. And denied. Okay. But we have Decadent, so we can still get in for 5. Because we doubled that sword. So another 3 and 10 turn. We can't even get in if we get 2 swords. So why use that sword? I'm just going to backtrack this way and just waste my move. You can always move over drained tiles already, but it takes a move up unless you have backtrack. Backtrack would have let me use a backtrack instead and still keep my move. And we do want to find one as some backtrack at some point. We should probably look in the mosaic for that. And we'll just go through and kill this beetle. And so we revealed the new mechanic here. Alter enshrines and fogs this location. Non-fog, non-enemy tiles used here will instead be fogged and give +3 move. That's a mouthful. We'll see how it works. I'm going to activate it because I do want to get into how shrines work, because that's kind of confusing for new people, I think. But don't worry too much about it yet. So we're going to step on this. We'll break this down right now. Enshrines and fogs this location. So when I step on it, altar is going to be gone. We're going to have a fog in our deck instead. It's a one-time use tile. So we'll step on it, and you can see the description Actually, the description is different. I forgot I changed that. Well, it's a fog here, even though it's not saying the fog. What it's instead showing in the tile description area is the effect you'll get if you use a tile there. So this tile gives +3 moves and will be transformed into fog permanently due to the altar enshrined here. So instead of whatever its effect is, you'll get 3 moves and you lose that tile forever. I know it's a kind of confusing. Don't worry about it too much. We're mostly going to look at using that maybe on the boss fight. That's kind of what it's for unless you're building around it. And the cool part about shrines, yes, that no more altar ever, but this border is going to stay here for the rest of the run. So we just kind of added a permanent bonus to our deck. So we have a spider. I want to take the shovel, or the berry. You'll see why above it. Take that. And then I want these things. So we'll take a random here. Ooh, bar the door. We definitely want the other mirror. Oh, this is interesting. So the spider adds 4 webs to your mosaic. So you can see if I hold control or go over the magnifier, he turned these normal tiles of mine into webs. And what webs do, they make your hits hit for 1 last while they're revealed. And they're revealed right now. So you can drain them and they'll stop doing that basically. Drain removes this web from your mosaic. And if you use it, it's free. So if I step on one, using it drains it, so that removes it. And it also gives you that move back. So it's all about reaching the webs and crushing them. So we're going to step here. That hit for 5 is instead of hit for 1 because we have 4 webs up. So you can see it's really hard to do any damage while they're up. We're going to go south again and step on this one. So now the web is gone. This attack will hit for 3 or for 2 instead. And then we'll hit for another 2. And he's going to add these webs every 4 turns. So we want to crush the webs and get in a little damage as we go. So we'll crush a web, and you see those aren't costing move. And then we'll hit, and we want to defend, and we got another web here. This is interesting. We do kind of waste Decadent, but we are just going to crush the web. Are we? Maybe not. What if you go back and defend and attack? Is that better? No, not really. The problem is this berry is kind of awkward because I can just use the web. I'm kind of overthinking things, I think. And now I'm just gonna abandon that. Oh, and we're taking a lot of damage. That's our first big hit. Okay. So one thing I think that makes this fight harder for new players is not knowing when to shuffle. I don't even know if you should shuffle here. It's up for debate for sure, but I'm going to crush a web and I'm going to shuffle because there's a tip that explains this and you'll pick it up as you play, but these webs are going to be on different, all enemy tiles. They're transforming a set number of tiles each time you shuffle. So first of all, they're going to transform a new set of 3 tiles. So if you have an important tile under an enemy transformation, those change. It's just random. And they're also going to be in a different spot because the whole mosaic gets shuffled. So I'm going to shuffle and hope that they're in a better spot because they were kind of spread out awkwardly and I had a lot of drain stuff around. So here I want to work my way up, obviously. And we also have a berry. So berry is +1 move, so it's free. So I'm going to step on it and it's free, and then I get to drain 1 tile. So I'll step on it, see my cursor turned into a shovel. I get to drain anything. We'll just drain a web. And I still have 3 moves. And we'll take a shield. I didn't realize that Decadent coming up. Might have played that differently. Attack, defend, break a web, attack, get 7, and that's good. He's in a web again soon. We'll shield, crush here, go here, it's good. We'll use 1 altar, but for the most part we won't be using this because you can see we have a sword here. If I step on it, We now have a fog there. That sword is gone forever. So now Altar's already given us 2 permanent fogs to our mosaic. That's kind of scary. And you'll see in this post game, these fogs are just part of the deck. So we don't want to use that too much because these fogs reduce our options. You know, they don't do anything. They just take a move. So we'll replace 2 more swords and go to lattice. And with this other bar of the door, I want to get up to this shield quickly. In fact, do I even care about this until I get the magic missile? Maybe not. Maybe I just go here, 2 missiles. Maybe now I get one. Yeah, now we'll get a battle plan. Next turn we get another battle plan and another missile. This enemy has a high attack and high defense turn followed by a do nothing turn, so and we actually defended everything, so we're not really going to do anything this turn. We just can't break through. But this next turn, he's not doing anything. This is our turn to smack him. And it's also our turn to end in a good spot for defense next turn. We need to look at that. Probably going left and hoping we have the shields up here. It is scary, so defend, unlucky. So we could go north, hope for a shield, should find one. Or I could go left, take the dark passage, hope for another shield, and hope for a high roll there. That would only be 2 damage. This is probably safer, but you take 5. We're gonna greet it. Got lucky. Take 2. That's what we're talking about. That's why you replace swords early on, because you want those hidden tiles. You're usually hoping that they're swords. We'll defend. That kind of sucked. I can't reach my seal away. I can reach my bar the door though. So bar the door is safe for 40. The center tile is replaced by a locked tile that prevents shuffling. So how does it prevent shuffling? We'll look at it now. It's not really in the tile description. That's one you probably need to use to fully get. So we'll just hit and then we'll bar the door. The center is now a locked tile while revealed prevents shuffling. So what we can do, like I can't right click. I wonder if I could take this off easily. Well, it doesn't let me. I'm gonna just waste a move. I'm gonna drain it. Now I can shuffle. Not right now because I only have 1 move, but in the future I'll be able to. And so we didn't get any attack there, but we did save 5 HP. That's better than getting the damage in. Here. We've got deck in it, so we're definitely not taking damage. And we'll probably shuffle, but we'll see. No, I could attack. Yeah, this turn is still safe. We'll shuffle next turn instead, because we've got the seal away anyway. And now we know he's gonna do nothing, so we can shuffle, hit for 5. And we will defend. Had to waste our decadent. And now these 2 swords will end it. Replace a couple of swords. Also, normally when you start the game, you'll have these tips on. I'll turn them on just so you see how they work. They kind of explain things as you go. We'll take another magic missile and another battle plan. So each combat start, you'll have a tip there. And the first couple, when you start around, tell you kind of the extreme basics, and when you go to lattice there'll be some lattice themed tips as well. I'm going to turn them back off though. So another spider, and we just want to crush webs. We're going to go to the right, and we kind of, you see I took some defenses. I prioritize those webs highly, and that's what you want to, that's what you have to do if you want to kill this guy ever. Okay, we'll go up. Ah, darn. So we'll drain the other web. But we didn't find the defense, and we didn't find a magic missile yet. So I'm just gonna... I could either double a basic. I think I'm gonna double this one. No, darn. I was hoping I could get there with decadent up. But I did not. We can, however, double it again up to 4 times. and just hope we get to come back to it. The problem is all the webs are in terrible spots. I probably should have just shuffled. Another issue here, if I take this, the odds are lower of me defending than if I just go to the right. It would have worked out, but I took the safer play. Here, I kind of think I just shuffled. This is looking terrible. Yeah, we'll shuffle. Take one. Now we know he's going to shuffle soon anyway, so I would rather find just a berry, or he's going to web. So we webbed. We had 4. 4 is the cap. But he doesn't move them either, so you're kind of stuck with where they are. Still no magic missiles to... There we go, so we'll put it on that one. Maybe we can circle around for it. How much is that going to do? It's -2, 12, 24. I don't think I can get it. I mean, I can. Yeah, the fact that for 20 is a little awkward, but we have good defense here. And we should be able to get for 1 is easy. Just need to not take damage. There we go. 2 more swords. I might start doing 1-on-1 soon, depending on how I feel. I kind of actually doubt it, because with the magic missiles we'll have good attack. Was there any backtrack? Not a ton. But yeah, I probably should get at least breakfast. And I kind of like coup de grace as another doubler, so we'll probably go this way and not get the guillotine, even though the guillotines are really good. I'm gonna do that. Oh, we got another good attack too, so we didn't need the guillotine as much now either. Ooh, here we go. We've got 25 defense. Mirror is right next to us. Now we've got 25 attack, and we're just gonna defend. Attack. 30 out of 40 damage. We took 1. Oh, I still have a move. We took none. That was great. That was kind of the mini combo we had set up. We're gonna drain this. I guess I didn't explain that. This guy, some turns, he will drain your adjacent tiles at the end of your turn. He's gonna do it now, so these 2 will be drained. That's another thing to cover. Yeah, we'll go over adjacent and nearby next turn. We're going to take a random and a hearty breakfast, and we'll cover that when we get there. So adjacent tiles are cardinal directions, the one you could move on to this turn. Nearby tiles are all 8 surrounding you. There's a tip that goes over that as well. And some tiles you'll need to know what those words mean, obviously. Now, I don't want to use Dark Steel here for a big defense, even if it would save me, because it won't actually defend. It's on the altar. It would be turned into a fog instead of what it does. It does that. Battle plans. We're going to use it, and we're drop it on Necro. Necro is hit for 18. And this one excludes itself and the home tile. So this one explains that. So maybe the other one should too. And if we can use it, he's going to die. That's a ton of damage coming out. The trick is getting there safely. So I just used Hearty Breakfast. It hits for 2, saves for 2, heals you 1 HP and gives you 2 backtrack. So now I have 2 backtrack. You'll see I can go north here without losing my move. Now I have 1 backtrack. And now I can take this sword, hit for 5, and will end adjacent to a coup de grace. And your turn adjacent, and it drains and doubles your offense. So we'll get the sword, go up to 7 offense, and then it'll double us up to 14. So you'll see here, 14. Pretty good turn. We want to defend. Here we're taking damage. We can't reach anything else. Shuffling won't save us, so we'll just go for the huge hit. 66 damage. He's dead. So we took a few hits. We can go over our lattice and just see 0, 0, 0, 7, 2, 12, 4, 4. Hard to tell how good that is. I think it's okay still. If you look in the lattice, another important part, you've got heals in the corner. They heal for 12 HP. The first one heals for 12, next heals for 8, then 4, then 0. So sometimes you use 1, sometimes you'll use 2. 3 is not that good, and it's hard to reach 3. I still want to get here. Which way do I want to get there? I think this way. Oh, nice, we got more backtrack, even better. And now we have a couple good tiles for our shovel to drain. This is perfect. We can, well, we could take damage doing this, but we're gonna swap to get the 25 attack. Okay, so we did get a little, we got really unlucky. And yeah, it's still fine. So I was thinking if there was defend here, we would just defend it all. And if not, maybe I would use the altar, just so we don't take damage, but I don't want to lose a non-basic. I don't want to lose my battle plans. However, if you look at Decadent, it's almost up, so I can go left, get some backtrack, and now the shield is going to be doubled. I could even backtrack here, use the secret passage for the small amount of heal I have left, or small amount of defense I needed, and now I can hit for 39 on the first turn. Seems good. Here I can just double the Necro, and then if he's not dead before then, he would be dead on using it. Okay. Definitely get the mirror. Ah, that still happens. There's a minor visual bug with that. Alright, so we're on the first boss. Every other turn, he shuts off a random direction on you. So we can't go west. Nothing happens. So we're doubling this turn. We actually can get some damage in, and we'll go east. And his numbers vary a lot. He can have pretty big turns, so you gotta pay attention. Here we're taking 5. I think it's worth. So I didn't cover earn. Earn on drain plus 4 backtrack. Actually, no, we'll leave it up just to try and showcase another mechanic. I kind of just want to move north, so I might use the coup de grace, which does nothing. You have to end adjacent to get value out of it, but it's fine. And now we can't go north, so that plan is over. Just go south. That's okay. And this is a risky turn, because if we go west and he says no west, we're in a terrible spot. If I go east, we'll defend for 4, take 2 damage, and then have 2 backtrack. I don't know if it matters. Okay, so we got a little lucky. We could shuffle there. Shuffling would have been good. But we also have a Necro visible and building up. And I kind of think, yeah, because now we have a battle plans, we double it. That's like our win condition. I would love to double it again. No north, so we will just use our magic missile. We got in for 4 only, and it's on cooldown now, but I think it's fine. I'm also gonna pop the bar the door here to not take damage. And we have Decadent up, so I avoided using the fog. Now we can hit for a couple, and I'm just gonna double the Necro. We got lucky having that defense. I was willing to take some damage to do it, but we didn't really have to. Do I lose anything important? No, we can seal away. That's safe. Now, remember, we can't shuffle. Okay, could be an awkward spot here. Oh, I totally... So if I go west here, I would then be forced to mirror, and I would be 5 and 5. I could go south, though. Mirror and then defend, and I take nothing. Decadent also saved me damage there. We really don't... Okay, no east again. That's what we don't want. It's tricky to get to a specific tile against this guy. If I use this, I lose a shield, but I get 3 move, I can reach it. I think we do that just to guarantee, and look at that, 161 damage. Yeah, next. We'll go 1 and 1. And now I want this other bar of the door probably just as fast as possible, but yeah. Okay, some weird ones. That one was not very good yet. Okay, so we'll switch our stats. We'll just use so this guy, 12 tiles are fog. So he's like the first enemy, but double the fog. So we'll have some awkward turns in here probably. I'm gonna leave the mirror up instead of just using it as a free move, because if we find a bar at the door, it could still be good. Oh wow, okay, that's got some potential over there. It's for 12, no defense. We'll attack. Okay, didn't really high roll, but that's fine. Yeah, we want the urn, but we didn't get it. And our shovel's over there. This is awkward. Hopefully he does a 0-10 turn, please. No. Yikes. Is it worth taking 12 to kill him this turn? Because if I move, I have decking up, and it's next to a coup de grace, we'll do an 8 times, 160 damage, or I could shuffle and defend for 10. It's definitely better to shuffle defend for 10. I'm gonna do this though, because it's fun. Taking 12 damage like that is definitely not right. Oh, something was writing over. I'll have to take a look at that. Maybe the altar was writing over that other. Okay, so we'll take the bar of the door, and we'll move one closer to a heal. I kind of want to get to a second heal. Did my I hope my microphone still works, because I just unplugged it and plugged it back in. So fingers crossed. This guy's doing nothing. We'll switch to attack and get a bunch of attack. We'll just put that wherever. It won't matter because this enemy shuffles every turn. So we can't really build stuff up. Necro's not going to be good here because we can't drain stuff. Yeah, we're not going to spoil that. Let's do this. We'll bar the door. I haven't really tried that yet, so now we will battle plans the Necro and just attack. Now, bar the door is actually going to prevent the enemy from shuffling. I haven't really tried this yet, but it seems like a pretty cool little mechanic. Also, we have tether, so I can tether whilst when you use it, or when it's drained. Using it drains it, so that charged it. You can see it's gold and it looks a little different. It's charged. If I right click, we're actually going to move to the center immediately for free. So I can go back and pop the lock whenever I need to, which is pretty cool. We'll just get the missile in. Here we can drain something. Nothing visible is relevant. We'll go left. I want to be able to use this. Oof. Okay. I think that's the end. I don't want to take 6. So. Oh no, I have to backtrack. Okay, we'll stay a little longer. Take that. Gale hit for 0 7 times. It's not going to do anything for us, so we'll just crush it. And now we want to use our Necro. How? Oh, have I ruined it? Maybe. Boom, 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 boom. It's kind of awkward. Oh, but he's like dead. Yeah, it just doesn't matter. We don't need to crush the lock. We basically beat him without using the Necro at all. I just lost track of his HP. Okay, and now we're gonna move this one down. We'll take a Vitality. That's pretty good with a mirror also. This enemy, 7 tiles turn evil, so they turn into these malignant evils. While revealed, it gives +2 to their next attack, basically. So this turn he would have hit for 10, but it was already revealed, so he hit for 12. So we're gonna crush it, because while revealed is not the same. Revealed is not drained, remember. So while it's drained, it's not gonna do that. And you want to crush them as they crop up. You want to be careful with your reveals, because it can be dangerous to reveal too many at once where you fall behind, you're not able to crush them all. Didn't cover Vitality, we'll cut to that next time. Here we can use bury one and use the other, and we still have 0. I did a blind battle plan and hit nothing. That happens. Here, we'll go down here. This could be sketchy. I would like to shuffle. He didn't give us a shuffle turn, so I'm instead gonna go over here. And hope that that thing doesn't screw us. Okay. We'll take some more backtrack. Ooh, we got a double, and now he's probably dead. Should be fairly safe. Yep, he's dead. Okay, so the lock has been fine so far. 2 more swords, I think. And we'll just get... This is actually kind of cool. I wouldn't mind more backtrack, but I think we're going to take another tether. I like the tether with the bar the door. I haven't really had that before. So we'll take a hearty breakfast. So this enemy, each turn he adds a vulnerability in a random spot. The vulnerability sets his offense to 0. And gives you 3 move. So you kind of want to try and reach it each time that you can. We'll take the backtrack, go up here. So Vitality, next 3 times you save, you get +1 move. So we can... Can we reach a mirror? Maybe. Defend, defend, defend. Mirror, hit for 42, and we'll defend 1 more time. Oh, it popped up right next to us. That's convenient. And... Okay, hit for a ton off that coup de grace randomly. And it next to us again? Yeah, okay, I guess sometimes he's easy. Drain, whatever, doesn't matter. Oh, 1 more move, my bad. Again, next to us. Really weird luck, but whatever. Okay, he's dead. That was the easiest fight ever. And 2 more left. We'll take this, and we'll take another bar of the door. Oh, the research tile revealed. I didn't cover the research. Oh well. Here, I'm gonna leave the missile up, and I think we'll probably double it here. So we'll double the missile. Okay, we took 2. And now, I think I'm gonna go down here. I actually want to find another battle plans on the same one. There it is. That's what we want. Risky to use it this turn. I think I will still. Okay, we're gonna use our tether to go home, just for the defense. Can I get back there, please? If I go here, then here, I'll have 2, 1, 4 moves. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here, here. Was that worth it? That was kind of stupid, maybe. I could defend for 80 this turn. No, we're just gonna defend and then shuffle. There was a good Necros there still. I could have tried to get that. Maybe that would have been wise. Set up a Vitality for next turn. Okay, so we'll just get a bunch of defense in here off the Vitality, I think. I could switch it. No, I think that's bad. getting a fog worth the defense? I took a fog to my deck for 2 HP. Not sure that was worth it. Why am I... I need 3 moves if I'm going to do it from there. Switch it. Smash. So now we can hit the urn with our shovel and get the free backtrack. And now we'll guillotine. We did use the mirror though, so we probably aren't really... We kind of need to shuffle, unless we can get back there. 1, 2... I guess we could if he gives us a turn for it. He didn't die though. Was that a mistake? Oh, we could have killed him. I could have tethered back and used the sword. I still can. And now we just do that. Okay. We saved it a little. 1 and 1. Last fight, Black Dragon. We'll take a heal. I think we'll take 2 heals. Oh, I should have taken a chill. Yeah, I wish I had taken the chill. Alright, so the acid tiles cost an HP for us to use them. So heads up there. And he takes a maximum of 40 damage each turn. So if you get 1 sick combo, that doesn't necessarily kill him. Can we hit him for 25 this turn? It would require... We could use research, that's a free tile. 1, 2, 3. We'd have to have another free tile in between us. I think it's worth looking. Oh no, we can definitely do it off of... And this is a basic, so yeah, we'll turn this to fog. We'll trigger this for the +1 move next 3 times we save. So plus a move. This ice ray is saved for 2, so that's plus a move. We can go here. I can go here, here, switch it, and I guess we'll trigger the coup de grace. No, we won't. That's fine. 33, that's good. We almost hit the max anyway. Now we'll just... perfect. Decadence gave us a full defense. Here is awkward. We'll take 1 for that. And I don't really want to go right, we're just going to go left. I don't really want to bar the door. Do I? Maybe I do. We'll bar the door. Okay. I think we'll just crush the lock as well now. And here we'll give 1 HP for the... I should have used this, obviously. We'll back up, we'll hit the magic missile and reset our guillotine. Did have 1 use cooldown. Now it'll be back up. Now he's doing a special turn where he's corralling us, which gives us only 2 moves this turn. But he gives us a couple backtrack, so we could retreat somewhere safer. And I think we will. We'll just go back here. And we're not going to get anything done this turn. And we'll use the tether and a backtrack and just be back in the semi-safe zone. We do need to shuffle very soon. And we're going to do it now. And... yeah. Okay. This is another turn. We're going to backtrack and use... Does that take... That still takes HP. Interesting. But we've got a bunch of moves. Oh, we're going to bar the door. And we're going to switch that to attack. And then we'll pay 1 more life to defend. He got us for 6, but we capped out on the damage on him, which is good. Here, Decadent saved us some damage. We're going to backtrack over to Vitality and hope we find some defense. We will pop the lock with Tether. And we'll go south. Doubling that. And now we can just bar the door. 1, 2. Can't reach the Necro yet. Necro will kill him here though. And then boom, boom, boom. Hit him for a 40. And we slayed him. So that was a bite-sized run of Mosaic. You win, these tokens are for unlocks, and you win more if you manage to win multiple games in a row. So we could take those tokens. We got one for being the first boss, one for being the second boss, and then you get an additional one for each win in a row as well. I've unlocked some stuff already. We've got 3 tokens left. We'll just click on a chest. It takes 2 tokens. We get a new tile added to our pool. There's tiles, there's traits, and there's some minor aesthetics you can select in here. And then you've got the past area, which is just your previous, all your like 20 runs or something like that, saves. It tracks your damage to each enemy, your layout after like the last battle, your traits, your HP when you won or lost. You can see this run I won the last lot of them though here. Don't expect to win all of them as a new player though. You definitely lose with most of them. And then if you press space or right click, I realize there's no way it's not actually described anywhere here. It needs to say that somewhere. And it takes you to your lattice and it shows you what you picked so you can brainstorm like, ooh, what if I had done this instead? And yeah, that's the game. Now our little icon is different because we won the last run, and we could try and chain multiple in a row. And there's for new players, there's like 80 some traits, I believe, and there's 170 some tiles. So each time you go in, the lattice is going to be different. Very different. You know, some rounds you might get 4 of one tile, the next 3 you might not see that tile at all. So it's all about figuring out what might work in the lattice and then how to use your trades, if you can use your trades, if you have a good strategy in lattice, or if you just have to go for, you know, kind of a plain build with a couple backtrack, a couple big attacks, or if you can do something really synergistic like we had the mirrors kind of working for us. But that was the best synergy we had. We did have, we did quadruple our damage a couple times. So yeah, we were like a double or quadruple damage plus the mirror defense strat, which the mirrors worked pretty well. I liked how they were going with the protected. I think we made good use of both of our traits this time. Sometimes you can't. So yeah, that's a little showcase run on my game that I released. I don't think I said that at the beginning. This is my game. It's available on Steam. It's like $7 right now. And I mean, I've been developing it for like, I don't even know, years. It might not look like it, but like 3 or 4 years or something like that. I don't remember exactly. And I still enjoy playing it. I know I'm biased as a developer, but it's, you know, I know all the ins and outs, and there's so many different, each run really does feel different. Like this, we had the defense mirror run and the doubling stuff. The one before that, we lost before we popped off too much, but it looks like we were trying to abuse cooldown and reforge. I think I can see why I lost. It's not very, it's not that good. This was a sweet run. We were using cyclones on top of our shrines with oh, this isn't quite the one I thought it was. I thought this one with focus in it. What were we doing here? It kind of looks like we were still cycloning. And we had insights and cyclones. Oh yeah, we do have a focus. Yeah, so you pop focus and then you go back and forth over the Eye of the Storm of cyclones. This one, we had 2 huge overgrowths with the shield beam, so a little bit of a defensive strat, but again, totally different tiles, different ways of doing it. And then we had a shuffle with the furnaces, so you can free moves each time you shuffle. I think that's what I was doing. Oh, and I think backtrack with the Shadow Blast as well. This one was reveal. We had 3 secret weapons and 3 maps. So secret weapon, if you're not adjacent to it and it's revealed, you hit for 18, so you have to reveal it other than just walking next to it. Map reveals a ton of tiles, so we were all in on that. It was super strong. 3 of each was insane. This one we were Bloom and Key. They both build up over time. So, and then I had 2 forts to try and just sit there on a board for a while until they're really big and then use the blooms and the keys. This was a good drain deck, just tons of drain stuff and then slash and burns to trigger them. I mean, you can just see like each run really does feel different. And it's hard to force something because it varies so much. So yeah, I don't know. I think it's a fun game. It's very niche, you know, not everyone is going to be able to stand the graphics. I mean, I'm kind of proud of them, even though I know they look like crap. But if you like Slay the Spire, it feels like that same genre of deck builder. You know, it's run based, interesting mechanics, tons of variety in each run. Yeah, there's a Discord, and you hit me up there. That's you can find on this store page, I think, on Steam. If you have any questions. So yeah, that's the game. Thanks for watching.